Hey guys! So I've promised you to make a video how I've created the single frames for the character turnaround I used in my motion clip project. I must say that this was the first time ever I've made something like this, and it helped me to learn more about human anatomy. This will be more like a voiceover than a real tutorial, since when I started the project I had no idea if I will like the final result or if I totally fail. Also, this is my first voiceover ever and I'm very sorry for my super pure English, but I hope you enjoy this anyways. Okay, so let's start. So what do you need to know before starting to draw the side views? First of all, I recommend to search a reference which includes a front and a back view, a side view and two between rotations, one being turned half to the front and one half to the back. This is very important to get a smooth looking rotation in your animation. The more between views you draw, the smoother and more realistic it will look. In my case, I used 8 frames in total for each character. Sadly, the reference I've used didn't got any between view that was turned more to the back, so it was kinda difficult for me to find out how it needs to look like. And of course, make sure to open a reference of the character you want to draw. It should at least include a clear front and a back view. If you plan to do a character morph, you will need them for both characters. To shorten this video, I didn't record how I created the sketchy baselines, since this will be the part that will take the most of time. Instead, you will see me overpainting them with clean line arts, adding the character specific elements like clothing and hairs, and adding the cell shading. So here we go! Of course, your first step would be to draw the sketchy lines for the neat base. It will save you lots of time for the future work in progress. Therefore, start with the front view and set guides to the body middle, the top of the head, eyes, chin and other parts for orientation. You will need them as help to draw single body parts in the same positions for all views. This is necessary to guarantee that no body part like eyes or shoulders will kind of jump out of position during the animation. The more attention you take to details, the more natural your turnaround will look. A useful trick is to draw one view, check if it matches and duplicate them for the opposite views. For the nude base, you won't have elements that may look off when being mirrored, so the only view you will need to edit is the back view, which is the duplication of the front view. You simply need to erase the parts which won't be seen in the back view, like breasts and so on, and replace them with booty, elbow, spinal column, etc. When mirroring the duplicated side and between views, they won't automatically be in right position. So here take the guides as orientation to move them in the same distance like the front view and original side view has. When you are done, prove if your animation looks natural. In PSD you can open a timeline and create an animation by layers. If anything looks off, work on it until you are satisfied with your result. Don't be afraid if your layer seems to jump, as you may see in my recordings. If this happens, delete your animation and check if the problem stays. Usually it was only caused of the animation timeline. Okay, so right after, you can create new layers to overpaint your sketches with clean line arts. It's better to save all your bases in groups as kind of backup, so in case of any mistakes or a base for future project, your work isn't lost. Now you can whether draw the hairs and clothes in sketchy lines first or directly start drawing them in clean lines, just how you prefer. If the design is symmetrical, you can also draw one view, mirror it and edit the parts which would look different. Make sure your duplication has the same position as the sketchy base lines. Using groups and working with opacity is very useful for it. Don't forget that hairs, scars or symbols will never look the same when a person turns to the left and the right. To not forget details of the character's design, you can duplicate the finished front view and move it as reference next to the view you are working at. As you can see, I did it all the time because it was easier to me to see where the single design part needs to be in each side view. If it's easier to you, you can draw each element step by step in every view. It will take a lot of time, especially when you need to do it twice for a character's morph. For my project I needed to do 2 character designs and I thought I would die, but as you can hear, I'm still alive. Anyways, it's always better to do breaks so you won't get exhausted. You may even not be able to finish everything in a single day, depending on how complex your design or the style you want to go with is. However, when all your clean line arts have been done, prove your animation again before you start coloring. Are the frame positions still right? Make sure the hairs, boots, symbols or whatever are rational to the single views. Only when you're sure about it, create new layers for the coloring. It's important to always pick the same colors. I would recommend to first do the base coloring for every frame and add possible shading in the end. Here, check that the shading are not fully mirrored and take attention to your light resource. You know, a light resource would stay where it is and doesn't flip with your object. Now you are done, prove your animation again. And that's it. Although it sounds easier than it actually was. In my case, I only used PSD animation timeline to check my frames. For my project, I exported the single frames as PNGs and imported them into After Effects. By the way, you can find the tutorial which helped me to understand what's important for a character's turnaround in the description. Again, I'm sorry for my bad English and I hope it was clear. And if you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I hope this video was kinda useful for your further projects and thank you for watching!